Okay, this is going to be about weapon pickup. I'm going to do method 1 and method 2. Method 1 is just going to be you're picking up a weapon, and the weapon has 10 counts of ammo on it. Once the ammo is gone, the gun is going to disappear and it's going to switch back to the knife. Then when you pick up ammo on the ground, then you'll have the weapon back. Well, no, you won't have the weapon back. You'll have ammo, but you won't be able to fire anything until you pick up another gun. And then method 2 will be where you start out with nothing. You have to pick up a knife, then you'll pick up a weapon like the gun, and then when you run out of weapons, run out of ammo, it should switch back to the knife, and then when you pick up more ammo, then it should go back to the gun. That will be method 2. And I gotta find out how to fix the face image, because when you shoot a barrel, your face flickers like you're getting hit, but that shouldn't happen because you're from a distance. So right now I'm just going to talk about the gun right now, and then I'll fix that issue with the face getting hit while using the gun when hitting a barrel, and also add the monsters in there as well for method 2. But right now I'll just talk about the gun pickup and the ammo. Let me show you real quick how this is going to work. Let me change this back to 50% so you can see the full screen. Alright, so right now you have the weapon. Don't have the barrels in there because I have to fix that when you get the weapon. See, when you you pick up the weapon here. Now you have 10 ammos. Goes back to the knife. Then you can pick up the ammo here, but you have no weapon. You have no gun until you pick up another gun here. And you collect 10 more ammos from the gun. Now you can shoot. That still works on the face, but when if I have the barrel in there and I shoot it from a distance, then my face gets hurt for some reason, so I have to fix that. I'm not sure how to fix that right now, but I just want to make this video so you can download it and test it out for the gun pickup. And like I said, you can add barrels back into the game, and you can see the issue when you shoot the weapon. He gets hurt. I know how to fix that later down the road, and then I'll add the monsters back in there, and you should be able to shoot the monsters and kill them from a distance as well. But I just want to get this video out there for you guys so you can mess around with picking up a weapon. Alright, so let me show you how to do that real quick. So in here, you still have the weapon up here as the knife. You don't put the weapon in there you don't put the gun in there. You just leave the weapon of the hand in there for right now. But in the object gun, you do make sure that it's set to persistent. That way, when you do later down the road move to the next room, if you have the weapon, if you have the gun in your hand in the first room and you move to the second room, you'll still have it. You won't be jumping back to the knife. So in the second room, you would still have the knife icon up here. You don't want to put the gun up there because you haven't collected it yet. But making the gun persistent, make sure that when you do move to the next room, you will have the gun if you have collected it in the first room. Alright, so it's just an object gun here, and it does a little animation, fires a weapon, and then you reload it, puts the ammo back in there, and it's all done by images, image 01, all the way up to image 10. And then in the code script, it just states image underscore speed equals 0, so the image is gonna be at 0. So, and you can shoot, that's set to true. So it's gonna be locked down at image 0 when you first begin the game with the weapon, which is this right here. So it's not gonna. You have to have that code in there so that way it doesn't animate and show all the images of the weapon and reloading. So that's why you have to have it locked down to saying image speed 0, image index 0, so it's not going to animate through all those images. It's going to be stuck at 0 until you click the button, and then it's going to animate. Alright, so then you have a global left press button from the add event down here, mouse button, go to global, and you're going to have a code in here that states if you do shoot weapon, then well, it'll set. I'm not sure exactly all this code, what all this does, but it basically states that it's going to shoot if you click a button, and if you don't press a button, then it's going to just stay static. It's going to stay where it's stationary, and it's not animating through the images to shoot the weapon until you press the button, and then it's going to animate through your image speed is going to be 0.4, so it's going to animate very kind of slow, going through the images very slow when you click the button when it shows the firing images. So you can change this number to 5, 6, 7, but that's going to make the animation go quicker when you click the button. So 0.4 is pretty good speed for showing all the animation while shooting the weapon. And then it's going to go back to image index 0 once the animation goes through the whole process. And then it's going to do a sound effect with the gun. Shoot, it's going to shoot, and it's going to make that sound effect when you click the button. And then you have the global settings here for the camera view. And this information right here is talking about what happens when you run up against a wall, what happens when you run up against a monster, and the object plant and the barrel. So when you fire a weapon, this will happen. It will go through the process of animating the barrel and destroying it when you are certain. And it's also talking about it depends on how far away the object is. If you're too far away from the object, and when you fire the weapon, it's not going to destroy the barrel or the monster. You have to be a certain distance. So when you fire the weapon, it does kill them, but you have to be a certain closeness toward the object for that to happen. So that's what all this code pretty much does. Then I have a set score icon, so set the score to -1, set its relative. So this is talking about when you collect your ammo, or when you click a button, it's going to decrease your ammo by 1. That's what it's doing. So I don't have a score in this game, so I use the score as my ammo. Then and the score is in the score tab here. Then you put an else statement in here from the control tab. Then you put another score icon in, and this is testing the value of when you click a button, it goes down 1 digit at a time. The value is 0, operations at equal 2, and then basically what it's saying, once your ammo is at 0, then it's going to jump, your image of your gun is going to jump back to the object hand with the weapon, with the knife. So once you have no ammo at all whatsoever, then it's going to jump back to the knife. Then you have an animation end, add event, go to other, go to the animation end, then put a code in there from the coded tab here. Then it's going to state that image speed 0, image index 0, and you can shoot if you have the weapon. So the code's there. If you collect the weapon, you can shoot when you click the button. Then the draw, add the draw from the add event, control tab, drag in a coded sheet, and this is talking about drawing the weapon. You put the all this basically talks about is drawing the weapon and projecting it on screen. So the sprint shotgun is going to be in the sprints folder here. Not sure exactly what this one is. I think that's going to be, it's going to be the image of the weapon down here. Yeah, sprint shotgun. So it's talking about this weapon. This weapon will be projected on screen. That's why it's saying draw. So it's drawing that image of the weapon on screen when you're moving across the screen there, and it's going to and this is all, these numbers here are pretty much talking about how big the image is going to be, left to right, up and down, where it's going to be located at. You set it to white, that way it'll show on the screen. If you set it to black or something, then it may be invisible when you look at it on screen. The health bar is attached to the weapon as well. The alpha's in here. Hide is true. And set the depth to -100. Then you have the object gun. That's the blue square there. That's where I want the gun to be when I collect it. So when you collect the weapon, you do a create event, set a variable, the control tab, image underscore speed, and value is 0.1. So you don't want, basically you don't want the gun that you see when you're about to collect animate, so you set it to 0.1. And you want to collide with the object. So object players make a collision with the object gun, and it's going to make a sound effect, and then it's going to set your score to 10, set it to relative. So every time you pick up the gun, you're going to have 10 ammos added to your ammo when you first start. So you'll have some kind of ammo to shoot. So you don't have to pick up ammo box right then and there. Then your object hand is going to switch to object gun from the main 1 tab, and then you're going to destroy itself. So it's going to destroy the weapon that you collect that's on the ground. So once you collide with the weapon, the shotgun, then it's going to destroy that one particular shotgun that you're right there with, and you're going to gain 10 ammos. Then add an event, the draw, add a coded sheet, and this is basically stating if you move around the object, the gun will follow you, so it looks 3D when you move around the object. It doesn't look flat. So it's going to follow you. That's what it's pretty much talking about. And then the text gun is going to be the sprint icon up here in the texture folder, and this is the sprint gun. Set the precise, and then it's going to do the all this code right here is pretty much the same code as I put in there for the monster and the plant. And then the size of it's going to be set to 3. If you make this 3, 5, or 6, it'll scale the gun up and stretch it out and make it bigger or something. So 3 is a good size for it. And the depth is -20. And then I set the square to origin 7, 7 in the X and Y coordinates. Snap to grid, pretty much is what it does. And you don't want that object's gun square to animate or move, so that's why its value is at 0.1 image speed. And one other thing is going to be the red square. The red square is talking about that's the ammo that's going to be projected on screen. So when you your score is going to be at 0, so and your depth's at -1000, so it's really up close above everything else you have. So you set the score to 0, then you draw it, and you draw the text at 80, 30. So this is talking about x-axis to y-axis, so it's going to be over 80, down 30, and say set the score. So this is pretty much projecting the actual number of the ammo on screen. And then I have a font is at 0, angles at 11. So the font I've already made up right here. I went into the font folder and created a font. Use this type of font here. Size is 15, and this is how it's going to be projected on screen using that font particular type. You can change it to any of these fonts here, and that's pretty much it. That talks about how to project how much ammo you have when you first start the game, which is going to be at 0 until you collect some. Talked about the gun, when you collect the gun and then collect the ammo. Actually, I didn't talk about the ammo collect. So when you collect the ammo, ammo. No, that's not it. That's icon. The ammo is going to be the pink box, I believe. No. Ammo get. So the ammo get is going to be the ammo box, which is this right here. This is the ammo shells, and that's at precise. So this is going to be set to image speed. Value is at 0.1. When you collide with the ammo shells, it's going to load the gun sound, and it's going to give you a value of 50. Check it to relative. And then it's going to destroy the ammo box. Then you draw it, and this is the same kind of code I use for the shotgun and the plants and the monsters. When you rotate around the object will follow you, so it looks 3D. And then you use the sprint ammo next, which is the image I showed you just a minute ago, which is this right here. You project that on the screen, so that's what it's doing. And the size is at 3. And then depth of -10. So this green box will be, once you go into the 3D world, that green box will change into the ammo shell box. So when you collect ammo shells, you'll get 50 ammo gunshots. Alright, this will conclude this video. I will talk about method 2 with how to keep your shotgun without having to collect another shotgun, and hopefully fix the face icon when you shoot a barrel or a monster. It doesn't hurt you from a distance. Only thing that's going to hurt you is when you use your knife and hit the barrel, because you're at close range. So I will talk about that, and thanks for watching.